This model kit reviews of the Yak-38. This is the forger, and this is a 1/48 scale model by HobbyBoss. Here are the dimensions, and it's a picture of the painted version and some details of the plane. And here's another picture here. So those are the two painting options, it looks like. And we have, I do like how they include pictures of the new items, and they show you the computer models that they make the molds out of. Something like that. So let's have a look at our sprues. And HobbyBoss is usually good quality, so we'll unpack that. So looking here, these are our wings, and these are really exceptional quality in terms of their molding. A lot of detail, it's very crisp and clean, nice rivet and panel line detail, and it's all recessed. And these must be the undersides that are going to fit inside here. Very nicely detailed. Looks like we have two of these sprues, and here we have some of the weapons, also very nicely detailed. We've got some of the pylons here, some of these missiles. This one, interestingly enough, has a little bit of mold line there, but these are rocket pods, and usually you don't get this level of detail where they've got the recessed portion. They usually have some plastic behind them. So that's a really good quality. Here we have our ducted fans, our wheels with some nice detail there. Looks like air intake. Nozzles here. Maybe these are actually exhaust for the vertical takeoff. Here's our stabilizer elevator. We have our cockpit ejection seat. We have some additional pylons. Here's part of the ejection seat as well. Lots of extra little pieces. The wings probably fold up. Those looks like some wing roots. So here we have our canopy glass, which has been protected. Let's have a look at that. Can't quite see it through this plastic. But here we have, what's very interesting is they made the instrument panels out of clear plastic, so you should be able to see through some of the detail there. And our cockpit details, you can even see the rivet lines there, very nicely molded. I'll have to put those back in the plastic so they don't get scratched or painted. Here are our fuselages, also very nice details, recessed rivet and panel lines, lots and lots of detail here. We've got our air intakes, exhausts, and some of the different control surfaces. Here's our wheel wells, have some nice detail there. And last sprue, we're going to look at this is our nose, some nice detail there. Side of the cockpit, we have the vents. These are, you can have it open or closed. Ejection seats, Here's our cockpit. Lots of detail on the sides there. And then the instrument panel holders. That's a very nicely molded model. Here we have decals. You can see a tremendous amount of detail here on the decals. Here's our instrument panel details. Let's have a look here at our instructions. So here, first of all, we have the parts listing and decals. We start off with the cockpit and then the nose wheel. There's going to be a lot of detail for that nose wheel well there. That's all put into the front of the fuselage. And next we put together the ducts and vents. This is for the underside. It's for the vertical takeoff, so you could have it up or down. And then the fuselage is then put together with all those parts and the wheel wells. Then our air intakes are put on. And some different body parts. Then the canopies are glued on. And then we have the vent open or closed. And then the wings are put together with that wing root. I'm not sure the point of having that detail of the wing root unless you're going to be able to cut it off and glue those details up and up. Then we have the wings glued on, tail and stabilizer. Then parts of the exhaust. And then the main gear, those are glued in, and the wheel well covers. And once those pylons are glued on, all the different weapon systems. So here are the different options. Let's have a look at our painting and decal guide. This is very nice. They give you the paint guide in color as well as the decal explanation. It's a very detailed model. That's the one version with 24. This is with the 04. These short stubby little wings. So all in all, this is an exceptionally good quality model from HobbyBoss. Good decals, lots of detail in both the cockpit and wheel wells as well as the finished surfaces.